lost a tooth.
Yeah, Max lost a tooth. One of his big ones too. Can't really see it. Oh yeah, you can. There's the gap. We are on our way to Cottonwood, Arizona. We're going camping up on Mingus Mountain. We're going to go swimming at the rec center pool. Everyone's going to have a good time. Should be awesome.
I just got some Mentos, one of each. Mentos is one of our favorite candies.
We are all done swimming and now we are gonna head up Mingus Mountain, see if we can find ourselves a campsite. Yeah, so we just got our camp set up and my kids will be sleeping in this. This is the Tensile Connect. I'll be sleeping in the War Bonnets Blackbird XLC, but I got a little surprise for you. This is something that we just got. Pretty cool, pretty excited about. Well, let me just show you. All right, check it out. This is the Tensile Mini Double Hammock. Now, this little guy weighs 4 pounds. You can get 2 people on it and it is just a lot of fun. So we got this thing set up pretty high, which is awesome because it gives it like the treehouse effect. And I think that's cool. And to get in it, right? It's about my head height. To get in it, all we do is step on this thing. How cool is that? So the Mini Double Hammock sets up. It's got 3 straps like all the Tensile stuff. But unlike the Connect and some of the other ones, it only has 1 ratchet and then you just tie a knot on the other ends. Let me show you what that looks like. So setting up this thing is really simple. You just wrap this around all 3 trees and then you tie off your knots on the front strap here and the front strap here. Ooh, ah. Stay with me, folks, stay with me. And then you just ratchet it down here. The whole thing takes about 5 minutes to set up. It's really, really simple. Okay, so what we found to be pretty helpful if you're gonna do this whole double-decker treehouse thing is to place the hammock in front of the Tensile Connect so that you have like a porch or a step that you can step down on. If you have the hammock directly underneath the tent, then it gets kind of tricky to get in and out. All right, I still don't know if you're getting it, so I'm just gonna get up in this thing and point it down so maybe you can see. Here, let me try this. Here. Okay, check it out. There you go. Okay, so you can see now, there's your platform, there's your big step that you can use to get up into this thing. One of the other things that you can do with the double hammock is you can use it as a second floor for the Tensile Connect. And the reason you would do that is to get some weather protection, or it makes the Tensile Connect like a double layer tent. And then in between those two layers, you can put blankets or sleeping bags, and then you'll have an insulated floor. So I haven't tried it yet. It seems like a cool idea, but it's just one more cool use for this thing. Take a look at tonight's dinner for the kids. Addie will be having macaroni and cheese brought to you by Mountain House. And Max is going out on a limb here. Max is doing something he's never done before, and instead of chili mac with beef, he's going with lasagna. Lasagna. The reason that we use these Mountain House meals is really simple. My kids like them. We've tried other brands, and some of the things they like, some of the things they don't like, but for some reason the Mountain House, my kids just really like, so we keep buying them. This is another product that we just can't live without. This is a spork, spoon on one end, fork on the other end, but look how big it is. Look how big that thing is. So the reason that we like this, and we have the small ones too, but the reason we use this more than any of the other ones is just because you can eat right out of the bag and you don't get your hand all dirty. So it's pretty nice. And now we wait 10-15 minutes. I like to stir halfway through. Follow the directions and you'll have a good meal. If you don't follow the directions, you're on your own. Well, good morning. Last night was fantastic. The kids did great. They both slept soundly. They were tired when they went to bed. So since we started the YouTube channel, we bought a bunch of little tripods and different mounts for our cameras and for the phones, and I got one of these Gorilla Pods, which is it's a tripod that has those funky little legs. Anyway, I use it for my iPhone, and last night I had the great idea of hanging it from my ridgeline. And let me show you, I'll show you what it looked like. Check this out. So you can see this thing, and it holds your phone. Your phone goes in here, and you can watch TV. It's hanging from my ridgeline with the legs. So it's really cool. Right now it's holding my phone and filming me, and yeah, the thing costs like $5 on Amazon, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I pulled out the slack line. I haven't used this thing in like a year, but it just felt like doing it, and yeah, I'm trying to get my bearings back. Still pretty shaky, can't really do much on it, but definitely got to spend more time on the slack line. On the left here is the Tensile Mini Double Hammock. On the right here is the War Bonnet Blackbird XLC. Pretty similar in size. The War Bonnet's a little bit smaller, but the double hammock is coming in at 4 pounds, whereas the War Bonnet's coming in under 2.
The blue hammock, really fun. We called it downstairs when we were playing with Tensile Connect. It was super fun.
So you called it the downstairs?
Yeah, the downstairs, because you have an up for the Tensile Connect and a down for this.
So you want to go up the step ladder, set up the hammock, and then from the hammock set up the Tensile Connect?
Yeah.
Wow, that would be really high.
Yeah.
You think that'd work?
I think it might work.
I think we're gonna need some taller trees.
I agree.
But I think we should try it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm totally down with that.
Yeah,
I have no problem with that. All right, here we go. Here's the end of our review. We just used it in the wild for the first time, so here's my first impressions, all right? First, let's talk about the bad stuff, right? Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but this blue is gonna show dirt like crazy. If you step on it with your shoes, it's gonna show dirt. So just be very conscious of that. If you like keeping your stuff clean, you gotta be careful with this because this material shows stains. The second negative, one of the first things I'm gonna do when I get home is put ratchets on all 3 sides. That's just a convenience thing. I think it'll be a lot easier to set up. I don't care about the weight because it's already a car camping tool, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the next 2 ratchets to it. All right, so if you only are gonna use the 1 strap, another negative is it's pretty droopy. It's hard to get super taut. So set it up higher than you think you'll need it because it has a lot of sag. Let's show them what we mean by that. Yeah, so as you can see, when Max sits on it, it dips a lot, right? So I'll show you. Right now it's touching the bottom of my butt cheeks. But when I go down, oh, I am close to the ground.
Look how close to the ground we are.
So when I'm sitting on this thing, I'm pretty close to the ground. So that's, you know, it's not really a negative. It's more of a warning to let you guys know if you get this thing, either
set it up high.
Yeah, set it up a little higher than you think you need it. And I'm gonna put 3 ratchets on it. Hopefully that doesn't void the warranty. Maybe Tensile can chime in here in the comments and tell us whether or not that's a good or bad idea. Let's talk about the good things.
All right, the first good thing is that this helps you. You don't have to use the 6-foot step ladder. You can just use this. It's much easier.
Absolutely right. You don't need to bring a ladder. You don't need to buy a ladder. So as Max likes to say, it's the
downstairs.
Yeah, so awesome for that. The second thing it's great for is just hanging out in. This is the first thing that we set up when we got here. The kids can play on it and relax while mom and dad set up the rest of camp. It's just a cool hangout spot. Haven't slept in it. Don't know if I will. I probably should at some point just to see if I like it, but can't really speak to whether or not it's comfortable to sleep in. But for hanging out, awesome. Last but not least, it is the coolest gear storage and gear utilization area, and that's where I'm the most happy with it. So as you guys can see in the video, my arm is getting tired from holding up the selfie stick.
Hey, you just told him overusing.
It hurts. I gotta rest it. Okay, switching back. We're back.
I am in this.
Okay, so as you guys can see in the video, I'm pulling out some pads and some sleeping bags, and I'm using the mini hammock as a table to roll up all that stuff, keeping everything off the ground, keeping me off the ground. No more getting on my knees to carefully roll up a sleeping bag. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That alone is worth it. Like I said, even if you have a tent, even if you don't even have a...
Oh!
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So for utilizing your gear and keeping your gear clean, this thing is awesome. All right, are we done?
No, there's one more thing.
What? Do not try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, he's surfing it. He's surfing it. You're a Wookiee.
No.
All right, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, be good for your parents and eat your vegetables and smash